finished with 21 points, with 19 of them coming in the first half. LeBron is now 44 points away from tying Kobe Bryant for third place on the all-time scoring list. He also had 5 assists and 5 steals. So, Shannon, give me a letter grade for, this trip to the Garden.
I'm giving a C. Because, Skip, the first half, he had it going. This is the best I've seen LeBron James have it going in a half this year. I mean, the 3-ball was going, driving to the basket, his post-up, turnaround, fall away, that MJ, Kobe, it was dropping.
Yep.
And so I'm thinking to myself, Skip, I'm like, LeBron going to go for about 35, 40 tonight because he's feeling it. And something happened. I think I'm going to try to get in his head. He's like, I got 19 points with 1 assist, and we tied at the half. Now, I might drop 35, 40, but we can lose this game. I need to get the other guys involved.
Okay.
Because now it's shifted. You come out and look at him in the third quarter, he only took 2 shots. He made 1. But he turned it more into a facilitator, trying to get other guys involved. Made a conscious effort to get the ball to AD.
Yep.
AD, what was AD last night? But he's 7 of 14,
Yep.
13 of 13 from the line. And so that's what I was like. I hadn't seen LeBron because he's been struggling with his shot a little bit lately.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to see him have one of those Madison Square Garden moments.
Yeah.
We've seen him have them.
Yeah.
And I was looking at it and I thought, yeah, we got this thing. We got it. I was like,
Oh, we remember.
Yeah, I said, we got it. We got this thing. We got this thing right now. And then it happened. I just think sometimes, Skip, the Lakers play down the competition. It was an 8-point ball game. You tried to coax me into lose me a case of dew, trying to give you 15.
Although it was hovering for a while up close to 15.
Yeah,
I thought, uh-oh.
It got to 13.
Yep.
But look, I think sometimes the Lakers play down to their competitions. They get careless with the basketball. LeBron had 5 steals. But the turnovers, they turned the ball over too much, and the reckless shots. But I'm going to give him a C because I thought the first half was as good as we've seen him play in a long time in a half of basketball. And then the second half, it didn't go very well.
So, for once, we have the same letter grade for your man, LeBron James. I'm giving him a C, but we're arriving there from very different directions.
Okay.
I'm giving him an A for the first half, but I'm getting him a flat F for the second half by his lofty standards. And I have a theory as to why that was, but just to your point, I thought in the first half he's going for 40 because that's what Jordan did. That's what Kobe did. That's what LeBron has done when they play the palace that is Madison Square Garden.
Right.
It is the mecca of basketball. I've always said that the unfortunate aspect of Madison Square Garden for Knicks fans is that the rival star is the only one they ever get to cheer for because they go there to light it up and put on a Broadway show just near Broadway, right? And instead, this performance in the second half was way off Broadway by LeBron James. But in the first half, it was extraordinary. I thought it was 40-ish, and he had 19 at halftime.
Right.
And
on 10 shots.
8 of 10 shots. Wow.
2 or 3 from the 3.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, we got this one.
And then all of a sudden, I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. And as the second half wore on, he looked disinterested and disengaged to me. Now, maybe something had happened at halftime where somebody said something he did not like. Maybe he was disappointed in his teammates' energy. I don't know what happened as far as internal squabbles that were going on, but he did not look right, and it became one of the weirdest second halves I've ever seen LeBron play because I'm thinking, go. And then he played high minutes in the fourth quarter, and what do I always accuse him of? You're stat padding against a bad team.
Right.
Well, I thought this was classic because this is still a losable game.
Right.
So I thought he would at least go for 10 or 12 in the fourth quarter, and he went 0 for 4, and he only had 1 assist. So he was trying to distribute, but nobody seemed to be able to cash. Right? Theory. LeBron James, I always tell you, has the highest basketball IQ in the National Basketball Association. He is acutely aware of what is going on in the league. He knew full well that Zion Williamson's debut was going to overlap the Lakers at Knicks game, that Zion's was going to tip off on ESPN in New Orleans in the fourth quarter of this game at Madison Square Garden. It looked to me a little bit like he lost interest because he knew the eyes of the NBA were no longer on MSG. They were on Zion. And maybe it's like, do I really want to muster this up now? Should I really take it that seriously? Because nobody's going to really care if I score 10 or 12 or 15 in the fourth quarter, because all they're going to be talking about tomorrow is what that kid did tonight in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah. I mean, and for me, like Skipper, like I said, I think, you know, LeBron is a thinker. He doesn't have the mentality. Kobe, Jordan, James Harden gets it going like that.
Yeah.
They're going for 50.
Yeah.
They're trying to go for 60.
And I don't think they second guess it or think.
No,
they
no,
just
no.
go.
No, they're not worried about, oh, my teammates, I need to get them involved. They're not thinking like that. But that's how LeBron is wired. He's wired differently than any other superstar that can score 50, but is so concerned about everybody else. Magic was not a guy that could go get you 50 on a given night. That wasn't him. So his game was always getting guys involved. But a guy that can get you 50, can get you in the 40s, but he's so concerned, like, I score 40 or 50 and we lose. What have I actually done? It means something to him to get Caldwell Pope. KCP's playing really well.
He is.
To get these other guys involved. And I think he made a conscious effort because AD struggled the other night, Skip. And I thought he's like, I got to get this guy rhythm because this is the guy. If we're to get, Skip, AD is going to have to lead them in scoring in the playoffs. Now, I believe he'll lead, but he's going to have to bump it up. AD's going to be 30. He's going to have to be 30 and 13, 30 and 15 come playoff time.
Okay, but he got him 14 shots to LeBron's 16 for the whole game, so it wasn't like he took 30 shots.
No, but I'm saying they fouled him a lot of those shots too because AD was 13 to 13.
He was. That's pretty
good.
So
AD is really the mismatch now. He's the advantage that they have because the big guy is not fleet of foot enough. This guy that's fleet of foot enough is not tall enough, big enough. So AD's going to have to dominate these games. And, you know, Bron, like I'm going to say, hey, I just go across the bay, drop that thing on Brooklyn tonight.
Is that what you're going to do?
Put 40 on them.
You got 40 for a case of dude?
Nah, I'm saying 28. He have about 11 assists, 8 rebounds.
Okay. I'll buy that. So I'm not going to bet against that.
Okay.
He better. He should.
Yeah.
I would agree. Unless he load manages because he's got,
my goodness.
He's got flu-like symptoms.
He good. You
never know.
At least own it, right? If
You see the way LeBron came with that thing last night, you know, and he had that on the shoe.
Yeah.
It's a vibe. It's a Big Apple vibe.
Yeah. I didn't like the shoe color last night.
Nah, like,
Too much.
You like
the red? It just it clashes with the
Big Apple.
I know.
It is like it's
I guess that's
so I'm thinking like, okay, he says a Big Apple vibe. I was like, oh, he's definitely going for 35, 40 tonight.
Well, I thought he was.
Oh, my God.
And then in the second half, he had flu-like symptoms.
Something happened. Or the body bag effect.
It maybe, you know what?
It could have just affected him so much.
Maybe it was the body
for real,
bag.
Jenny. Is that you now?
I mean,
Jenny.
it was just, it
Jenny
took a
went
lot.
body bag.
It took a
I
lot
like
out of
that.
him. Something happened.
Yeah.
Something happened.
Jaylen Brown, Prince dunk.
We
Right
do
in your face, LeBron.
need to talk more about Zion's amazing debut and the surprising new developments surrounding Antonio Brown. There is more there.